Hello, my name is Mark, and I'm going to introduce you to my chicken operation. What we're looking at here is what I call the low security chicken run. You can see the fencing is just chicken wire. In most cases it's 4 foot high, but some places it's less, 3 feet with some wire on top. You can see right now it's all covered in snow. And the chickens don't like snow, so they don't have access to this run at the moment. It used to be grass filled, but now they've removed all the grass and it's just dirt. So we put treats in here, I guess you could call it. When I cut the grass in the area, I bag it and put the clippings in here. And right here you can see that's actually a stalk from Brussels sprouts. So when we're finished harvesting the Brussels sprouts, we throw the stalk in here and they eat the leaves and the Brussels sprouts that were too small for us to harvest. Over here, that's when I clean out the coop, I put the poop and the wood chips up here. And in the spring, when they're out, or the next time they're out here, they'll go through that, spread it out, and we might find a bit of food in there. You can see the coop is at the bottom of the hill. So we always put our treats at the top of the hill so that our chickens get exercise climbing this hill many times a day. So that's coop down here. I built about 5 years ago. So now this area here is what I call the high secure run. So we have a wire mesh that I buried about a foot, 20 to 30 centimeters into the ground, and it has a covered area. So underneath the coop is an area, and then I have a lean-to which is covered. And then originally this area here was not covered, but because when it snowed, but during the winter when it snowed, snow would get in there, and sometimes it'd be right up to the ramp, and then the chickens wouldn't come out because they don't like snow. So I decided to cover it with some vinyl siding that I had, leftover vinyl siding, and so that keeps this area fairly dry. I put some hay bales or straw bales on the other side just to reduce the amount of wind-blown snow that gets in here. So it keeps this area pretty dry. There we go. Let's see. Got some straw on the ground in here. There, some of the chickens. There's the door across the way there that I would open if I wanted to give them access to the low secure run. But since it's snow out there, they're not going to go out there, so I don't even open that door now. Now feed. I provide them commercial feed. There it is there. I get it from the Floridale feed mill in Floridale, Ontario. This one here is just dry feed. This one here, they really like water mixed in with their feed. So if the temperature is above 0, I'll put dry feed in there and then top it up with water. And yeah, they really like that. But now, today it's below 0, so if I did that, it would freeze. So I don't. I also provide them grains. This container here. I also throw handfuls of this grain around. So this grain mixture, I get it locally. It's whole corn, ground corn, wheat, barley, and oats. We also always provide them treats. So in the wintertime, I usually provide them carrot. They're carrot culls. I get them from a farm not too far away. They sell them $5 for a 50-pound bag of culls. In this case here, the carrots are all large. Usually they're just tops and bottoms. But yeah, the chickens out. You see, they'll eat them. And the other thing is, we buy local again potatoes, 50-pound bags, and sometimes my wife and I don't get through them all. So ones that are starting to grow, sprouts, we feed them to the chickens. And you can see there's a potato over there as well. And then whatever greens, table scraps we have, we'll feed them too, and also the eggshells and that. So this is the chicken coop. In this area here, there's 3 levels. That's where the the nesting boxes are. You can see some ventilation up there. And then the windows. I don't have any glass windows. They're wire mesh windows. So in the wintertime I close them and board them up so to reduce the cold airflow. The chickens can handle the cold. It's really drafts they can't handle. So open the door. And what you find in here, there we have the three nesting boxes, 3 levels. Really, they only use the upper one. Upper one's most used. The middle one, some of the chickens use them, not very many. And the lower area, they never used it. So I've turned that into an area. I took out the dividers between the nesting box, and what I use that is for when I have day-old chicks. I'll put them down there, and I'll put a wire mesh across the front to protect them, and they'll stay there for maybe 3 days or so, 4 days. So the other chickens can see the chicks and their mother, but they're protected. Then I have a water dish, electric water dish. It's heated, keeps the water above freezing, so I always have water. Then we got some commercial feed hanging in the pail here, and then we have the roosting bar. So there's a roosting bar across here, and plunge back there. I have 2 heat lamps in here, but very rarely use them. I think maybe in the 5 years or so they've been used once or twice. But I do keep a light on in the wintertime. Keep a light on about 14 hours a day, and that keeps chickens laying eggs, because their egg production is tied to number of hours of daylight. Now, chickens do most of their pooping at night when they're on the roosting bars. So I provided a hatch at this end, which is underneath the roosting bars, and this is where I come and I clean out the chicken coop from down this end here. There's another view. Yeah. So I just scoop it out. You can see into a pail. You can see some of the shavings amidst the pail here, but then I put it in the pail and I dump the pail into empty the pail in the low secure chicken run. And it's just held up by a string. You can see I put a roof vent on the chicken coop, as well as there's some ventilation here. It's important to have ventilation in your chicken coop. Just another view of the door to exit into the low secure chicken run, as well as some of the straw bales I put there as a way just to provide a little bit of wind block and prevent some of the snow from blowing into the high secure chicken run. Now let's meet the chickens. We have 25 laying hens at the moment. We have 11 of these here. These are what are called black sex link. I bought them as day old from a local hatchery, Frey's Hatchery in St. Jacobs, and I raised them in a brooder. We initially bought 18, but this hatchery always gives you one extra, so we had 19 of these. I think one died shortly after we took them out of the brooder and brought them down here. Just disappeared, so possibly a raptor got the chick. And now we're down to 11. We culled a few. These are, they've been laying for, well, they were hatched in May of 2018. Started laying in September of 2018. And we're now looking at January 1st, 2021. So they've been laying over 2 years. So I think in the spring we'll cull the rest of them. Then we have, let's see what we got here. Last summer, well, summer of 2019, we got some eggs from a farmer down the road. So when I had a broody hen, I went down to the farmer down the road and asked for some fertilized eggs. So she's got Miss Marianne. She's got roosters as well as hens. So the first time we did that, we got about 10 eggs and 3 hatched. We got 1 rooster and 2 hens. And none of them are out right now, they're all inside. And then we did it, and that was successful, so we did it again. And again, we got, out of 10 eggs, we only got 3 that hatched. And again, two hens and 1 rooster. And then we did it a third time, and we only got 1 hatched, and that was just one rooster. So anyway, my neighbor Sergey takes care of the roosters for me. And since my wife doesn't want to eat our meat from our chickens, we kept them. Now this summer, so the summer of 2020, we bought some day-olds again from Freddy's hatchery. But this time I didn't raise them in a brooder. Right? I gave them to a hen that was broody, that wanted to sit on an egg. And so this one hen, her name is Pearl, which she has to say she's not out right now. She was sitting on a couple eggs, and next thing you know, she had 10 baby chicks all around her and no eggs. And she did a great job of raising them. So the ones, so what we got was, we actually bought 10. And out of those 10, 6 survived. 4 of them, for some reason, decided to fly the coop and ended up in the neighbor's yard and were killed by their dogs. So we had 6 survive. So this is one right here that survived. That one there, that's a, let's see right there, that is a Rhode Island Red that we can't see the head of. Let's just see, there we go. See that? That's a Rhode Island Red right there. So we have 3 Rhode Island Reds that started laying in, I think it was in about September time frame. Yeah, late September they started laying this year. That's the Rhode Island Reds. We have 3 of those. We also have 3 red sex links, which I can't see right now. There's none. That's a black sex link. That's one of the older ones. And then we had another broody hen, so I went down to Marianne's again and got 10 eggs from her. And this time, 7 of them hatched. 4 were hens and 3 were roosters. So this is one of the hens. So she just started laying in early December. And she's got 3 sisters. Now when I say sisters, I mean they were hatched on the same day. Obviously, possibly the same father, same rooster, but different mothers. So not really sisters. Now, they haven't seen the camera before, so they're somewhat shy. Again, you see a lot of black sex links because we do have 11 of them. They're the most popular breed we have right at the moment. There's a Rhode Island Red. Another Rhode Island Red back there too. So there's 2 of the Rhode Island Reds, and the third one is over there. As for the red sex links, don't see any around right in the moment. Oh, there are 2 of them over there. And this one right here is again eating the carrot. She's one of the young ones, just started laying in December. Hatched here from an egg. And there's a Rhode Island Red up close, and that was bought as a day old. There's 2. Oh, no, sorry, that's not that's a red sex link. There you go. Because you can see it's red, but it's also got white feathers. That's a cross. That's a red sex link, and we have 3 red sex links. All right, so I've taken down the door to the upper nesting boxes, and we'll just have a look to see. You'll see that there's some eggs in there. There you go. Couple eggs there. Oh, nothing in that one. Not a popular box. There's a couple more eggs in here. And there's a couple more. There's 4 in here. There's a hen. I don't know if she's thinking about coming in here, but I'll show you the camera. There's a black sex link from the old girls. So these old girls, they don't lay very often, but when they lay a big egg. So typically, hens are rated by how many eggs they lay in a year. So the black sex-link lay quite a few. They're over 300 eggs a year normally when they're for their first year. But now they're probably laying, instead of laying, 5 to 6 eggs a week, they're probably laying 2 to 3 eggs a week. Yeah. All right, so we're inside the coop. And there we have a red sex-link on a roosting bar. Black sex-link there. And here's one of the, well, there is a red sex-link there. So that red sex-link was born this summer. Bought it as a day old. And there you can see the white with the red, with the black. She was raised on this farm. She was hatched from an egg here last year. So she's been laying for over a year now. Well, this one here has only been laying since September, October time frame. And then we got the black sex-link, which was born in May 2018 and has been laying for over 2 years. And another red sex-link. So the red sex-link and the black sex-link both have one of their mothers a Cornish, or Rhode Island Red, I should say. Yes. The reason why they do the cross is so that they could tell the sex of the chick as a day old. The male and the female chicks are different. Yeah. Alright, there's another one of our chicks that is over a year old that was hatched from an egg on this here. That's what we call Ginger. And right there beside is Ginger's sister. They're both hatched the same day. They're one of the ones that well, we had only 3 eggs hatched, and one was a rooster, and we had 2 hens. So Ginger and Ginger's sister. There's very few of the hens that we name. I can't tell the difference between the different black sex-links or the red sex-links or the Rhode Island Reds. Yeah, they're all the same to me. There's a red sex-link right in front of us. It's one of the young girls that just started laying in December. That'd be just last month. It's New Year's Day today, 2021. There's those 3 old girls, 3 of the 11 old girls. Black sex-link. Oh, there's a Rhode Island Red. But that Rhode Island Red is a day-old chick, and one of our other mother hens, who was broody at the time, raised her. And this one here too. We got 3 red sex-link and 3 Rhode Island Reds. There's another Rhode Island Red. I think we got Rhode Island Red back there and a red sex-link. And actually, yeah, that white one back there, that was their mother. That's Pearl. I tell Pearl, different from this one, this little girl right here, because Pearl's got feathers on her feet, on her legs, I should say. Yeah. So, young one there, we refer to her as Mini Pearl. So there's Pearl. You can see the feathers on her legs. And we had a couple over there that we got eggs from Marianne, and stuck them under Ginger, and then Ginger hatched them and raised them. So there's another one of the 4 that are the youngest. They just started laying early December. Oh, and here we go. I'll show you Ginger. That's Ginger right there. That's Ginger. She was a good mother. So she's a year old. We she's one of the ones where we got 10 eggs and only three hatched, and 2 hens and 1 rooster. So that was one of the hens. That's Ginger. She was in the second batch. Pearl was in the first batch. You see some old pumpkins in there. Yeah, there's some carrots that they've been eating. There's one of the old girls eating some of the grains. See a carrot that's been munched on. Some of the hens are just chilling out, and the others are eating. The old girl's eating at a carrot there. And one at eating a pumpkin. Now, one of the young ones we have is all black, and it almost looks like a black sex link, but the difference here is she's got feathers on her legs. So I know she's not a black sex link. I don't know what she is, actually, but she's one of the young ones. So she only started laying last month. And a couple Rhode Island Reds. And there's 3 black sex links. So there's our New Year's Day 2021 eggs. It's only 12 eggs today. Looks like 2 really big ones. That's probably from laid by the black sex link, the old girls. And so out of the 11 black sex links, we have only 2 laid eggs today. So that's why usually we get about 14 eggs. So today we're down only a dozen. That's fine. All different colors, all brown. There we go.